Recently, a friend of a young woman was posted on the social media and claiming that her friend was raped by two men in the hotel room. A few days later, one of the men went to the social media and revealed that all three involved in the incident had sex in the hotel room and that was not a rape. He said it all on the social media and it was live. The next year, his live video post was deleted. In this video, he said that he and the victim woman was previously involved in sexual relationship for several times. In those times, they were said to meet as a photographing session as he was a personal photographer for her in the hotel room. Which means after every photographing session, things tend to more intimate for them. But this time, it is a little different. A night before the shooting day was set, he and another male partner negotiated that they will make a move on the victim woman once she entered the hotel room. What my understanding was there were only he and the victim woman for the entire photographing session. But this time, he was bringing another male partner with him. And I'm not sure whether the victim woman did know about this or not, not to mention they were said to meet as a photographing session in the hotel room. From the point of view, it is certain that the victim woman was voluntarily entered the hotel room and these two men were committed the rape. That should surprise you a little bit, but hear me out. The reason is that only after arriving at the hotel room, the victim woman may find out that those two men who brought her were not set for any photographing session, but they just called her for sex. The case went to viral for days and only social judgment will keep on popping out on the social media and tend out to blame to the woman. And of course to those men too. This is recent case in Burma. On the 16th of May 2019, 2 years and 11 months old girl called Victoria, of course no, this is not her real name, this is just a nickname given by the people of Burma. The girl was injured after coming back from the private nursery school at the Neighborhood. A doctor from the public hospital confirmed that the injuries were results from rape. Her parents filed a complaint with the police on the next day. This case went viral throughout the nation and many citizens even changes their social media profile picture to a little girl with the title "Justice for Victoria" to demand justice be served. By 1st of July 2019, the Department of the Social Welfare shut down 15 nurseries across the neighborhood that were operating without proper license, including the Little Victoria Nursery School. Did I mention the Little Victoria Nursery School was owned by one of the military-related families? Yes, it was not to surprise that almost all the kid parents were military-related too. Many people has lost their trust with the police response on this investigation. They think police will lack out the professionalism and the underscoring authority after the case of the under-shadowing from the military rule. On 6th of July 2019, about 6,000 protesters marched to Criminal Investigation Department of Burma and demanded public transparency of justice on Little Victoria rape case. It was like haywire, and suddenly the case went into silence until now. When COVID-19 hit to the Burma since the November 2019 to till now, everyone was so busy struggling with the virus, economy, and the now political complication and threat. In a nutshell, I can probably say that the rape cases are not in the bigger picture to speak out in Burma, so I did an online research about this issue relating in Burma. After a long research, I discovered that there were much concrete evidence or the journals or article of such rape cases in Burma. Even like Victoria rape case, it never exists. So, I don't know what happened and what the court decision is until now. Burma has over 50 million population and less than 15 articles were published internationally, and those were individual issues of ethnic group. Yes, International Human Rights Watch has released a documentary on the Rohingya women in 2017.
Burma, again and again, women and girls as young as 14, 16 years have described how they've been grabbed by military men and brutally raped.
This is not enough to speak out for women of Burma. Looking back at the current situations of women in Burma, especially with the ethnic women, 60% of the civilian staff are women. When the Burmese army entered the villages, it was the women who had to flee in panic. Even if they get caught, women of all ages will get raided by the Burmese army. Even in the most famous prisons in the city, it is women who are being sexually abused, harassed, and brutally injured at their genital area. Thus, apartheid is an opportunity to get raped, and the women are being used as a weapon of war. Thus, the unrest, political commotion in the country allow women to get raped. Thus, the power in hand authorizes given the rape license of women. Women of Burma are human. They get raped, abused, and harassed every day across the nation, especially at the ethnic area. Coup do not stop, and the women are not safe.